First, it was paints. Aditya Birla Group's or ABG's entry with Birla Opus took away the sheen from the leading paint players. In barely 3 quarters of its launch, it has completed 90% of the planned outlay, Rs 90 billion of capex. By the end of FY25, it is targeting a high single-digit market share. It's going to be the second largest player by installed capacity and brand visibility in decorative paints, an industry which is estimated at Rs 760 billion. Leaders like Asian Paints are still dealing with this shock. A similar trajectory could unfold in the cable and wire industry as another ABG group company, Ultratech Cement, eyes this segment. The Indian market for wires and cables is estimated at Rs 845 billion, expected to grow at 12% CAGR over the next 3 years. Branded players command a 74% market share in FY24 and it is expected to grow to 80% by FY27. The industry is well set to grow. Rise in infra, investments, power transmission, real estate and construction boom, smart cities, urbanization, electrification, and renewable energy are some of the tailwinds. Over the next 2 years, Ultratech Cement has approved a capex of Rs 18 billion for wires and cables to further extend its footprint in the construction value chain. The target areas include residential, commercial, infra, and industrial applications. With other group companies like Hindelco to support raw material needs for aluminium, which is one of the key raw materials, and potential distribution synergies through the existing business of Ultratech Building Solutions, this could be a potential disruptor to watch out for. No wonder existing leaders witnessed a sharp stock price fall in response. Polycab, RR Cable, and key industries are down 20% on this news. Havells and Finolex have felt the shock as well. With the rise in infra and capex, wire and cable stocks have seen sharp valuation re-rating in the last few years. Even known risks like dependence on raw material and commoditized element in the business, because input costs can comprise up to 70 to 80% of sales, have been ignored at these valuations. Of course, this unforeseen risk was not priced in. The existing players in the cables and wire industry may witness adverse impact on growth and potential margins with Ultratech Cement's entry in wire and cables. But looking beyond the negatives, today I'm going to focus on a lesser-known proxy play in the cable and wire industry, which is relatively insulated from this development. DDEV Plastic Industry is a leading domestic player in polymer compounding industry and a proxy play on cable and wire industry. It makes products for cable, wire, and other industries that offer properties like insulation, corrosion, heat resistance, low density, high durability, and tensile strength. DDEV has 50% market share in CO+ and 33% market share in XLPE or cross-linked polythene compounds which are used in cable insulation. 79% of its revenue comes from cable and wire companies itself. Leading branded players in the industry are its regular clients. In FY24, 22% of DDEV's revenue came from Apar Industry, Havells, KEC, Paramount, and Polycab. It's a possibility that Ultratech could be a potential future client as well. The company has been optimizing capacities towards high-margin products. This has led to margin expansion from 6.7% in FY23 to 10.6% in FY24. Going forward, it has plans to produce products that cater to insulation needs for even higher voltage cables. The return ratios for the company are over 30%. The debt-to-equity ratio is almost negligible. Its operating margin in FY24 stood at 11%. The management is targeting a volume growth of 15% CAGR, and the stock is trading at a PE of 12 times. Now do note that this discussion is for information purpose only and does not imply any view on the stock. After all, the business is not without its potential downsides. Some of these include backward potential integration by cable and wire industry, export slowdown, and competition from both domestic players like Shakun Polymers or global players like Dow, LG, Hanwha, and Borealis. That said, amid disruptive developments in the wire and cable industry, I believe this insulated small cap proxy play deserves to be on your watch list. Do let me know through your likes and feedback if you found this video useful. Subscribe to Equitymaster YouTube channel for more such updates. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.